Hello, creepy crawlies, and welcome. We have a fun and exciting and possibly gross show for you tonight. So hang on tight because here we go. Let's go ahead and pop in my lovely co host, my incredible co host, my creepy co host. Hey, Kat, how are you?
Hi, can y'all hear me tonight?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just
Yes,
checking.
So, how's everybody doing?
I am good.
Cool. Have you done anything fun this weekend?
Yes. Okay, sorry.
Yes. Of course, yes.
Every
Always yes.
weekend.
So, all right.
I want to hear about it.
I do too. What did you do fun this weekend? Please tell me.
I had my whole 1-year anniversary on TikTok, so that was super fun. Got to make a thank you. Like, this is what I've done all year long. I made one of those little videos. It was like weirdly sentimental. I was like, why am I wanting to cry? So that was fun. And also I got to redecorate the bathroom. My husband said, like, oh yeah, you redecorated. That's cool. It's the guest bathroom. Everyone goes into it, and it is now covered in horror movie stuff. So yes.
Ooh.
Oh, that's fun.
So when do we get a tour of the bathroom? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Slumber party.
Let's go right now. I'll take that camera. Go to the John.
So Kat, did you do anything fun? Go to the
horror John. That would be fun for the weekend. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, I went shopping. I've been doing a lot of Halloween shopping still, so that's kind of been my entertainment. Yeah, no.
Me too.
I can't stop. I'm an addict. I really need help, guys, but I'm having too much fun to care.
There needs to be like a Halloween Shoppers Anonymous program where we can just go in and either talk about what we bought and then not feel bad.
Well, I think
no judgment zone.
It's fun. And that's how like Instagram is. It's becoming like Insta Pinterest where everybody's like going Halloween shopping and putting it on reels. And I love it. I'm just like, that's all I do is get on Instagram and start watching everybody's reels. Like, where did they go? Okay, Home Goods and TJ Maxx and all these places.
Home Goods. Oh my! For front house decor, like in the yard or on the wall, best place.
I agree.
Okay. So I actually had a question that I was going to throw out that we were going to kind of talk about a little bit, but I changed my mind. I'm so sorry. I have a different question because I learned something. Look at your mug. What?
Oh yeah.
Wait, hang on.
It's cute little
Frankenstein.
It's Frankie.
It's Frankie.
Those are fun.
So I saw something either yesterday or this morning that I had to talk about. Have you seen the latest casting for Stranger Things? I know, Kat, you are itching for the next season. So have you seen?
No. What's
I haven't.
The new casting?
Let's
Robert Englund.
What?
Robert Englund.
What?
Yes, I am so excited to talk about bring out the big guns, the 80s big guns. I mean, we got Freddie. So
that's awesome.
I know, I'm so excited about this.
I don't have like a Kruger glove tattooed on my leg or anything. We're good. Everything's fine.
They really go after like the best. Like I swear they really do like bring in some really good people into that show. I love that.
Oh, I agree. I loved that they brought back and revived Winona Ryder's career. She was doing bad. I mean, she was in Black Swan, but I don't know that she was in much after that. I don't know if she was on hiatus. She
needed to be brought back into the light where we could see her again. I think
the creepy light. Welcome back to the creepy.
Right. Not the Hollywood mainstream, but the the one for people like us who like it.
So my understanding is Robert Englund is going to be playing possibly the main bad guy, or the main misunderstood guy. I don't know what role he's really in, but he is Victor Creel, and he is going to be living in a place called the Creel House, and he is described as an intimidating man who was imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a gruesome murder in the 1950s. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. That
flashback.
Even the name is good. Like Victor Creel, is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I am loving
I'm excited.
This. Oh,
when is it coming out? When are we expected to see this?
You know what? I didn't read that far. I got to Robert Englund and I'm just like, stop there. I'm like, I can't go any further. I'm like, that's like Robert Englund.
I'm wondering if our guests have something to say on the issue as well.
You know what? Actually, I was about to start bringing people in. So this week's topic, in case somebody is unaware, is we are talking to some veterans and happy when you're TikTok.
Oh, look at you.
We are talking to some veterans and some newbies and in the haunted entertainment industry. And this is really super exciting. So they're going to be talking to us about war stories and just a little bit about their life and how they got into it. And so without further ado, let's bring them in because we need to ask questions. We need to get this rolling. So
yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Written. Just it's going to be that night. Rotten
Riches.
There you go. Riches. We're just gonna. It's the new romance name. Y'all are riches now.
Riches.
We have Rotten and Stitches to put on my fake accent there.
Here you go. So, guys, take a moment. Let's get like the introductions and tell us who you are, where you come from, and just a little bit about yourself.
I feel like they should rock, paper, scissors over this. Who goes first?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
You can't see who's doing what. We have freezings. Okay, hang on. I'm going to count it off. I'm going to count it off. Ready?
1.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. We have rock and scissors. Oh,
he changed his over in the corner.
Oh, I don't know. Rotten, go for it. I think you're muted, buddy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
How about now? So I'm based out of Greenville, South Carolina. I've been in the haunted industry roughly a year. I've been a part of the Dead City Collective for less than 6 months, I believe. I kind of came into it blind at a later age than most people. A lot of people got into it early, really early. I got into it late, but I dove into it deep.
Nifty.
Okay.
Stitches?
All right. Well, I'm Stitches. I am the owner and creator of Dead City Collective. Currently live in Savannah, Georgia, originally from Modesto, California. And I've been doing this a little while.
So just
like DCC has been going on for like 7 years.
So just like a little overview, what is Dead City Collective?
Dead City Collective is a horror entertainment company that travels the world all year long. So we started as just straight up haunt entertainers, and then I wanted to take that and make it a traveling thing, because if you can hire princesses and superheroes outside of haunt season, there's got to be a niche, and we fill that niche. So
Yeah, we do.
It's evolved from just doing haunt acting to now we perform a full sideshow act all over the place.
And hello, Jade.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. I'm tired. I just got back from the haunt, actually, working on makeup stuff.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My apologies. We were trying to get Jade in, so I was paying attention, but I was also trying to do back behind the scenes stuff. So my apologies.
I got you.
I know you got me.
We're actually just introducing the guests. So Jade, do you want to give us a little bit of who you are, what you're about?
Based in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been acting for 5 years now, and then probably last year I started working up doing makeup and stuff. So I've been training to do all that stuff, special effects. That's pretty much
Cool.
Which haunt is this in Memphis, Tennessee?
What up, Dozer?
Haunted Web.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're very familiar with them.
So an interesting story with Jade. First of all, I will say, Angels on Jupiter. That is one of mine. So and Jade has been allowed to work in the haunt industry even before she was old enough to actually work in the haunt industry. So yeah, how old were you when you actually started?
I just turned 14.
So there was special allowance. Her mother was working in the haunt as well, and so special allowance. So she's been doing it for the past 5 years, and so she's young yet somewhat a veteran. So gotta love that.
That's cool.
Awesome.
I find kids are the creepiest in these events too. Like, I can remember going through that haunt. I don't remember when it was, like 2010 or 11 or something. Maybe I can't remember the year, but there was a little kid that followed me and my friend all the way through it. It was the creepiest thing. It was like, it made it just amazing though, because this kid just like had his little arms folded together and singing like one of those little kid songs, walking right behind it. So it almost like pushed you through faster and just made it creepy.
I just came from back from the Texas Frightmare from a couple last week or the week before, and we dressed our daughter up. We let her watch all of the Annabelle movies because I'm an adult and I made a grown-up decision. But she adores Annabelle. She loves Annabelle. So we dressed her up as Annabelle, and she was like the mini little celebrity of the con. Everyone was like, "Oh, Annabelle!"
Yes.
I am loving the amount of love that we
What's
got
up,
in
Rob?
the comments here. Yeah, everyone's
I know,
popping up
you
like,
guys.
yes.
I'm loving this. Yes. Okay, so tell me. Shit, stop falling. So tell me a little bit. Oh, I know. I told you it'd be me. So tell me,
You get the money jar going.
I know. God, so bad about it. So tell us, how did DCC come into existence? I mean, how? Because you guys have a very interesting story, in my opinion. So
You want the hot take?
yeah,
The juice that not a lot of people know about why DCC is what we are.
Give it to me, baby.
Of course, that's what we want. That's why we're here.
It's not that kind of distraction.
Yeah, see, I think Dozer knows the story. Anyway, so I created Stitches, and I went and worked for a haunt that was 100% volunteer. And when I worked that season, their profits doubled from the last season. And I was one of the main ones that was outside during the haunt. So at the end of the season, the guy that ran that haunt said, "Well, we're all volunteer. I can't pay you guys anything, but we did really well this year, and I would like to give you a pizza dinner as a thank you."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Say less, fam." And that pizza dinner never came. So at that point, that's when I decided that I'm gonna take this show on the road and prove that I might be worth following through with your word on a pizza dinner. So to that haunt that didn't give me a pizza when you told me to give me a pizza, look at us now.
Nice.
I know.
Nice. That's always the biggest burn ever when you have a job. And they're like, "Oh, you've been working so hard. We're so appreciative. Oh my gosh, we're gonna throw you a pizza party." And you're just like, I could take a raise. A raise would
All
be
I would have
nice.
taken was a
I
hot
like
raise.
monetary. Yeah.
Money is always nice. We like
That's
money.
right.
So, okay. All right. So basically, so you go around the world or around the, are y'all national? Do y'all travel international? And you do these fun acts?
We do. And
Hinton.
these very, very fun, very lighthearted, almost childlike acts that we do has taken me to Ireland.
Ooh.
Do y'all need an acrobat?
We do.
Seriously, she's an acrobat.
She's a competitive
Yeah.
gymnast.
She's trying to steal my job now. She's trying to. I'm the acrobat.
Oh,
Sorry.
I got to
It's a
spend about a
team.
week in Ireland because of this.
that is
Okay.
super cool.
Can you show us a little bit about what this does?
Oh, you're jumping right into it. You want to see?
I am
You want to
totally
see
jumping.
it?
Yeah, we want to see it. We really, really
I
want
wanna
to
see it.
You want-
Come on, Zaddy. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I'm a carpenter.
Oh,
Pre-drill.
So I actually got over to go to Ireland, and I was like fixing doors and stuff.
This is PPE. It's all that is. You know, safety equipment.
Right.
Your pizza
Takes
dinner.
protection and.
Your pizza dinner. Show us, Daddy. Oh,
But I
okay.
also learned how to do a home lobotomy.
Ooh.
I told you it's fun and childlike.
Explains a lot.
So you want to see the home lobotomy?
I would love to see the home lobotomy.
All right.
I'll let you know after the fact.
The role to giving yourself a lobotomy is as you can see with the whole drill bit, it can't go in dry. You have to lick it.
Before you take it.
Okay. Oh my god. Really?
Get it.
There we go. Lighting is a thing.
Oh my god.
Woo! Yes. Yes.
Yes, Zaddy. Yes. Oh, yeah.
My nose hurts. I don't know why.
What's that smell like?
Jade, are you okay?
Yeah.
Smells like pennies.
So what were we doing?
That is so nice. I'm probably the only one here who's like, yes.
Body horror, not my thing. Not my thing. I'm like, I'm gonna
Love
hide
it.
under here. Y'all are fine. Okay.
Oh, you want to hear a gross story?
Yeah, I want to hear a
Let's go.
ghost story. What'd you do?
So I used to do show stuff when I was younger, and one of the things I would do is I would staple money to myself, and I would keep the money because it's a tip. Once you get your blood on it, people are pretty much like, oh, you can keep that. That's fine.
That's blood money.
Yeah, it's blood money.
That's damn money.
Way later, years later, hadn't done it in a very long time. I was working in a restaurant, and one of I was a bartender, and one of the people was like, "Oh, you didn't do that stuff. That's not you. There's no way." And I was just like, "Give me a 5." And I accidentally hit a vein, so the staple went in. Great, everything was fine. But when I pulled that out, squirts all over the bar, and I was like, oh, that's new. And the guys were just like, and they ran to the bathroom, and I was just like, it's blood, guys, chill out, it's fine.
Which actually brings me to the next question.
Come on, man.
What is the learning curve? I mean the first time you drill into your cranium, I'm like, what is the learning curve? First of all, what makes you decide? You wake up one morning and you just realize, hey, I think I'm going to put a drill in my nose. How do you get there, and what is the learning curve? How many mistakes are you allowed to make, and which ones are not recovered from?
Well, it's kind of like the Burt Wonderstone thing where, they put the...
Well,
I don't know.
I also breathe fire.
Nice.
So I've set my head on fire a couple times. But that's fine. With the drill, now I have mentors within the sideshow world who not like hands-on taught me, but it's like, don't do this, blah blah blah. When I was learning the lobotomy, I was doing it very, very wrong, and I could have killed myself there, and almost did. But
I'm not laughing at you. I promise.
we're here.
We're here. You're here. Okay,
But
so
I never want to stay stagnant. DCC never wants to stay stagnant, so that's why the whole sideshow thing came about. Is because we wanted to offer more than the people that were already trying to replicate what we were doing before.
That's
so
awesome.
define doing it wrong. I'm curious. I'm like, I don't know.
Angle? Was it angling?
It was a serrated bit that was serrated all the way through. So I was actually scrambling the inside part of my fucking. Sorry.
One. We get one. We get one.
The inside part of my head that they can't really go in and do surgery on.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just curious, did you do damage? Is there like permanent damage from learning to do this? Is it something that, okay, got it.
Probably.
Got it.
Maybe a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just
Just
hey.
My nose still hurts.
So I know that watch your potty mouth, sir. I know that DL probably already has this question listed, but I want to know it now. There's got to be like the coolest experiences ever, but who cares about that? What's the worst person that you've ever had? The one that you're just like, oh my god, please just go, get out, stop. Why are you doing this? What's the worst horror story of like the worst customer you had come through? Because those are my favorite stories.
Oh, I love those too. Yeah, that's on my list. We're going to start. Hey, let's start with Rotten. He's shaking his head. I think he knows something. You got something to share, Rotten?
Well, I ran a haunted attraction for a very short time, so you get a little bit more window of how people act and why they choose to go to haunted houses when they do. So the typical, I'm gonna drink a fifth of liquor before I come through this haunted attraction.
Welcome to Memphis.
Yeah, those are the great. Yeah, those are always great when you've got to defend yourself against some drunk guy who's trying to jump in the bed in the exorcism scene or something like that. But I managed an attraction, but I also acted simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
So when I've got a guy, specific instance, guy jumped in the bed, and which is a real bed exorcism scene. And we've got real chains on this bed. We don't use a lot of fake props. If they were fake, they were real. We just made them fake, if that makes any sense.
I got you.
And so we had all this. So there's things that can hurt the customers as well as the actor if things are done wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the fact I don't want a grown drunk man in bed with one of my actors. So having a 5'7" pumpkin man throw you 6 feet across a room, I'm sure if he remembers, it'll be an interesting story to tell his kids.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
But still, oh my god.
It's quite often. I'm sure Stitches has seen a lot more out on the road as far as different flavors of customers. But those are the worst for me. Just the guys that just, it's a show, man. It's fun. It's you don't go to the movies and throw hands with the security guards. I mean, not everybody does, at least. Sometimes.
We have a really good friend of ours who is a Jason Voorhees actor, and he's a cosplayer, and he does a lot of seasonal events. And he's one of the things that he has shared with us is that whenever he goes to an event, there's always some teenager that thinks that it's going to be fun to pick a fight with Jason. What you have to realize is Corey's a big guy. He is a big guy, and he can whoop some ass. But wow. So Jade, quick question for you. What is your I know you've had some doozies because I've been in the day after and seen some of the messes. So, what is your pet peeve? Your bad experience?
I think my pet peeve is when people try to like purposefully jump, run, like slam into props that are like drilled in or like glued down or something and just like wrecks the entire place. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. Some stuff you can't even fix. So then like the whole set looks like horrible and they spend like days putting it all together. So now, it's all like ruined. And then the people that come in that are still coming in, paying, buying tickets and stuff, they don't realize that that wasn't actually like that. Like it wasn't like that before. It's just like people come in and ruin it all, or like people that come in and touch you, because we're a no touch haunt. So I've had a lot of instances where these men, women, I mean the guys just try to show out, and I've had like one huge guy, he choked me out. I scared him, but he took a second, stepped back, and then slammed me against the wall by my neck. And then some women will like punch you in the face just to punch you in the face. They're like drunk and high and all that sort of stuff, but it's just like, can y'all calm down just like a little bit?
This is supposed to be for fun.
Right,
we're frightening you for fun.
right, you guys wanted to come in here and have a good time, like now y'all just making it a little too much.
I'm short, but I'm strong, Tabitha.
So, Stitches, what is your experience that made you question? Because I mean, we all have been in these environments where we've questioned our decision to go do something, to be part of something. And do you have one of those experiences? What is your
that made me question what I'm doing?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I had answers ready for the previous question that was asked, and they're like, "What makes you want to quit?" And I'm like,
"Okay, what was the previous question?"
Yeah, I want to hear the worst person that you're just like, "Oh my."
Yeah, let's hear
it. Well,
it.
Rotten covered the drunks and the tough guys. Those are at every haunt where, like you were saying about the Jason Voorhees thing. I'm 6'2". 240, 230, and you always get a guy that wants to be tough in front of his girl and try to pick a fight. But the other side of that coin is his girl, who's probably drunk and is probably throwing eyes or whatever at me, which is making him even more angry. So it's the drunk chicks that want to sexualize the horror entertainers.
Those
and then, yeah, it's worse for females because these people think that someone in a makeup and a mask is dehumanized some way, and that we're no longer human beings to these people. We're objects and a proving ground of some sort. So they feel like they could do a lot more to a character than they would do in the street to a random stranger.
Well, it's interesting because I know Jade and I know Lauren are both really big into the Comic Con scene and the cosplay scene. So we run into that also, just being in cosplay at an event where people will walk up and will interact with you very differently because you are dressed a certain way and want to reach out and touch. And
I literally had to report someone at my last con because he had his phone to his chest like this and was like getting up on people to film cleavage and boobs, and he followed me around with my family, with my child, to the point where I had to be like, okay, I'm getting security now. Please stop.
That's when you get the throat chop in that frame.
Then those are those parents that will buy tickets to take their children to a haunted attraction and don't want their children to get scared.
Don't scare my kid.
Yep. That's an invitation.
You took your kid to a haunted house. Come on.
What?
I don't know about you, but I mean, I take my kid to a haunted house and I'm like, scare the hell out of her. Somebody
Like,
please
yeah.
scare her.
Take it
I
to
mean,
McDonald's, but not get a
They need to
cheeseburger.
get it.
I know. They need to understand why they're here. Scare them.
That's
Never
right.
Right.
come back. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay, so I know you guys have been out and about and you have been visiting haunted attractions, which is going to bring us to our audience participation question. And I hope that Toy Robot just got that on his messenger. But I do have a audience participation question that is, what is the best, scariest haunted attraction you have ever visited? So I'm just going to remind everybody can leave messages, leave comments, and we will try to read those throughout the store or throughout the show. But please, everybody, kind of go through and tell me what has been the best one you have visited.
I don't remember the name of it. I went with one with my older sister. My sister is like 9 years older than me, something like that. She
Mhm.
went to a haunted house with all of her friends, and I, being the little sister, I want to go too. And she took me along with her, and I cried. I was way too little
Aw.
to be up.
Aw.
I'm fine with creepy scares. I was raised on horror. It was the people jumping in my face that triggered me into crying. And so yeah, that was very, very scary. I didn't like the people. There was one guy who wouldn't stop, who just like kept getting, he thought it was funny to keep making me, like, he startled me and then he wouldn't leave me alone. And I was really young and he just kept following me, getting in my face. And my sister was like, dude, get out of my sister's face right now. And at that point, it was done. I was crying. I was upset. She carried me the whole rest of the haunt. And there was one guy in the werewolf scene, whatever, who was just like, oh, honey. And he took off the mask and he was just like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And he was super sweet with it. He calmed me down and I was able to get through the rest of it. And it was okay because he wasn't being mean about it. I was there to be scared, but I wasn't there to be like attacked. And so when the dude like got literally like this close screaming at me, I lost it. So that was probably the scariest one, but also I was super young and I don't remember the name of it.
So you were the don't scare my kid.
I was fine to be scared. It was, he wouldn't leave me alone. I jumped and it was all right. But once he realized that I jumped, like so at one point he grabbed my wrist and tried to pull me away from my sister and he kept jumping in my face. And we were told that they weren't supposed to touch us. And it scared me trying to be yanked
Yeah,
away from my
that's a problem.
sister.
Let me ask, how old were you?
Let's see. She was probably like 16, so I was probably like 7 or 8, something like that.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know, just the whole him jumping in my face, screaming, not leaving me alone, and he tried to yank me away. But it was super scary, so I'll give him that.
Sounds like a creeper in the haunt.
Okay, so I want to know from.
Oh,
I'm just gonna.
yeah, there's a lot of those.
I'm gonna pick one of you guys, Rotten or Stitches. Y'all can answer this because y'all are creepy. What is the scariest haunt you've been through? What is the epitome of this crap frightens me? Anything? Anything scare you?
The scariest haunt is the one that has us working that night.
There you go.
But as far as like just really good haunts,
Mhm.
Netherworld needs to be in that discussion in Atlanta, Georgia.
I was going to say, Tabitha just commented on. Okay, there it is. Netherworld is number 1, but not Scary Farm is on the West. On the West Coast is great. Okay.
That's not really a haunt. The Not Scary Farm, the Halloween Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like corporate, big amusement park style things versus your haunt, your seasonal haunt type stuff.
Okay, so I have to ask, with that, now that you've mentioned seasonal haunts, there is a trend that I have noticed where people are creating home haunts, where they are creating walk-through haunted houses, haunted, What are your thoughts on those? Have you been in any that you would say are worth going to? Because we actually have a home haunt builder in Germantown, which is right outside of Memphis. That is like pretty well known on YouTube. He shows how he builds all of his attractions and everything. But he's usually got a pretty good haunted yard, I guess is the best way to describe that. But people like come for miles to go see it, and it's kind of fun. But I have seen several of the home haunts. I'm curious your thoughts on how those, with the changes, how do you guys view that?
Home haunts are amazing. I mean, it's people that generally don't have a whole lot of money. They don't have a separate building. They put their love and their passion into making their house something that people could come to do more than just ring the doorbell and get some candy. So I think people that put a lot of time and effort into decorating their home into a small haunted attraction and let people come through that are generally out trick-or-treating or whatever, I think that's great. And it's kind of a gateway for younger children, because typically a home haunt isn't as scary or whatever as a full-on haunted attraction. So it's kind of like dipping their toes in the water as far as what else is out there.
So, Jade, I'm good. What was that? What was it that kind of created your love of haunting and scaring and Halloween? And what was it for you?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of just like all the people that come through, like some people come in and they're laughing, and it's really it's cool to make them laugh. It's really cool to see the joy that you're giving them. They come in to be scared, but sometimes it's just they just come in, see their friends get scared, or it's nice to see that. Or the people that really do get scared. I had one lady like pass out. Her boyfriend had to like drag her out of the room, like stuff like that. It's
That's
funny
called
for
winning.
me. It's funny for me, that stuff. But I think it was also the family that I made at the haunt, and the family that comes along with doing all the spooky stuff. I don't know, I kind of like grew up with all those people because I started young, and it was just really nice. You get a lot of memories out of it, and I really enjoyed that.
I just want to comment below here. Technically, the haunt wasn't open yet, but Jade made me almost pee on myself in haunted web.
That's another win right there.
Win-win.
I've made it's everybody probably has a tally of the people they've made pee themselves. I've had a lot of people, not me personally, but coworkers have made poop themselves. But my favorite will always be the lady passing out. That will always be my favorite, because she hit the floor. It was done. She was gone.
Okay. Rotten and Stitches. Have y'all ever made anybody pass out?
Yes.
I love the laugh. Yeah.
There's a haunt in where was it? I think it was South Carolina that I actually made one of the haunters pass out.
Ooh.
So it was a lady that was working there that played a witch character, and when she saw Stitches, whatever, she wasn't good with that, and when I started going after her, she out. So
Okay, so quick question. What do you do for those people? I love haunted attractions, but I am one of those people that I walk through and I am pretty much emotionless. It's like I find myself, and I've been through a lot of haunted attractions after hours, before hours, when nobody's there. So it's like I find myself trying to look at all the small details, but I don't generally scare. It's like body horror is one thing, that would creep me out, and that would get to me. But like the traditional haunted attractions generally don't really bother me, and don't all of the jump scares and stuff like that. I just walk through, and I try to pay attention to what's going on. So what do you do? What do you do when you see people that are not reacting? Do you just let them go through? Do you try to scare them? What's the goal there? Lauren.
Rotten.
Rotten.
It really depends. It depends on their facial expressions, their body language. A lot of the people who don't react are the tough guys, which I personally enjoy. I love the tough guys, especially the really, really big guys. But I come from my home haunt is a full contact haunt 24/7. So within reason, I can touch you, and I can grab you. I can pick you up and tote you away. Doesn't matter if you're 350 pounds, big boy. I still do it.
Nice.
And so it's those guys. You know, it's a little different. You know, I'll go for the scare to the point where, you know, I'm either not going to get it or they're going to be out before I can. And generally they'll just get a kick out of it regardless. Yet like Bubba just said, like Dozer just said, it ain't all about scaring. If I can't scare you, I'm going to make you laugh. If I can't make you laugh, I'm going to make you extremely uncomfortable, which is my personal favorite. But you know, I've you've got the guy, you like other haunters. You can't scare other haunters. They're in there for shits and giggles. Excuse my French, but yeah. I mean, they enjoy it like we do, you know. So it's that you see them and you can tell a haunter because their eyes forward or they're, oh, that's cool. Oh, hey guy. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's us going through, and you can always tell the difference. You got the people though, the ones that I won't mess with, because it's just a waste of time and kind of a buzzkill, are the ones that intentionally are like, "Well, you're not gonna scare me." Okay, whatever. I don't care. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, they already paid their money.
Yeah. I don't like whatever, guy. You know, good for you. You know.
I do have to share this. This wasn't a me thing. I have not had the opportunity to work in a haunt. I really, really want to, but it doesn't seem to coincide with my schedule usually. But I do have, Lauren and I have a mutual friend that has worked in a haunt, and she's a personal fitness trainer. And you know who I'm talking about, right, Lauren?
I do.
And she had one of the big guys come in. And actually, Jade, it was when Carrie was working. And she came in, she had this big guy come in, and he was like, you know, calling her a bitch and all kinds of stuff. And she was, he's like, you don't scare me. You don't scare me. She jump squatted onto a medical table. Oop, that's me. Got right in his face and just she said he beat feet, he ran into a wall, he just took off running. She's like, it was the best experience ever. She's like, but I mean, and she's not a small person, but she's not a big person either. So I mean, I love to hear those stories about that guy who came through. It's like, you can't scare me, there's nothing you can do to scare me, and then you just scare the crap out of them. I love those. Those are my favorite.
The big guys, I like to jump on their back and ride them like a horse.
Oh, Lord.
With the whole, you know,
Jade?
that's. I mean, like I said, if I can't scare you, I'm gonna make you uncomfortable, and you're probably gonna giggle a little bit in the process.
Yeah, there's another little aspect to that. Usually, the tough guys are either trying to be tough around their other dude friends, but more usual than not, they're trying to impress the female that they're with. So if they're trying to be, oh, you're not going to scare me, blah, 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 then I'll start hitting on them in front of their girl.
Yeah.
And we'll go that route.
I seen it.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is your favorite scene, traditional scene from a haunt or traditional scare? Like what's your ultimate, not just the one time you did it, but just the one that it gives you the feels. You're like, oh, it's the Exorcist scene, or whatever it is. What is the scene that is your ultimate favorite when it comes to the scaring?
To walk through?
To walk through or to do, either or.
To work.
Well, with DCC, we're usually outside. We do like queue line and midway, so we don't necessarily perform inside the haunt and in scene very often. But to walk through, I love walking through haunts. I'm not the tough guy that can't get scared, but I'm a haunter walking through. So if someone does scare me, like I'll applaud them and be like, you're on it, you're on it, because I'm not too tough to get scared. It's just hard to scare me. But walking through a haunt, my favorite scene, if I see this scene in a haunt and it's done well, like you said, it just gives me the feels. It's anything like voodoo related.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. I'm really thinking that we probably should have some of these ladies on the show. Have you been reading these comments?
I've been
Yes,
following
there's
along
a
as
steady
we're talking.
stream just coming through.
I know, these are great.
Those are our like VIP, like Tabitha and Alicia and Rob was in here. Those are like our mega fans family.
Nice.
Yeah,
Love
they're
it.
just as messed up as we are.
I
Ours
guess
will.
that's what you gotta do.
Yep, the
So do y'all
soulless.
travel? Do y'all travel everywhere? How often, like how long do you stay in a specific spot to perform?
Usually a weekend,
Okay,
Friday, Saturday, and then we go on to the next one.
gotcha. Do y'all ever come to Memphis?
If we get booked, we'll be there.
Oh,
Okay.
call us.
Jade.
Yeah.
You
We
need
need to
We-
make
we
this
don't-
happen.
We, like I said, we do this all year, so it doesn't have to be a haunt. If you've got
Halloween.
some kind of event going or whatever
Your
you want to do,
birthdays.
if you want this and Rotten and all of us to come do a sideshow for you, we got you.
we
So it could be like a
actually-
New Year's
do
Eve
birthdays.
haunt.
It
Happy
absolutely,
birthday.
it absolutely could. A children's bar mitzvah, I'm ordained so I can do weddings and funerals.
Oh.
Geez.
Mazel tov.
I now
We
pronounce
do
you
have a
man
couple
and
cons
wife.
here. Yeah, I now pronounce you creature.
Man and wife, and then the blood drawn on top of both of them.
The blood
Yeah.
church just came in.
Yeah, do you do bachelorette parties?
Yeah. Well, no. Wait. Wait a minute. Look,
Have you?
Who's getting tricked?
we've done that was a setup. We've done one fetish event, and we figured out that's not our scene.
All I can imagine
Oh,
now
yeah.
is the guys being like, boo, while trying to give a lap dance to the bride or something.
No. Nah.
Spooky dooky.
So the creepers scare the creepers.
That would be for Rotten. I'll let Rotten handle that one.
I got you, fam. No worries.
That's
That's all I got, though. Just the head movement. The head bob.
Well, I mean, we can't tell if you're wearing pants, so I mean, there's that too.
Yeah,
Fair.
Leave it to the imagination.
it's a pants optional show, so you're okay.
It always is.
Anonymity.
So where can we find you guys next? We're honestly we're coming up to the top of the hour. I did not expect it to go as
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Seriously. We're coming up to the top of the hour. Where can we find you guys next?
This coming weekend, we will be at Woods of Terror in North Carolina.
Okay.
That's Greensboro, North Carolina. That's a phenomenal haunt. That's one of the haunts that you need to go to as far as if you enjoy the aesthetic and different rooms and all that kind of stuff. If you're a haunter, you need to go to Woods of Terror and check that out. The next 2 weekends after that, we will be in Vincent, Alabama at a haunt called Hellbilly Hollow. Weekend after that, we will be in Jay, Florida at Creepy Hollow Woods. And then the weekend after that, we will be at Stutman Hollow in Leesville, South Carolina.
Fun. Now, when you say we, is that you and Rotten, or do y'all split
Most.
out and go into different? Yes.
Yeah,
Most
we
of the
mostly travel as a full crew. There's 10 of us in DCC, but the touring crew is about 5 or 6, depending on availability and all that kind of stuff.
Another quick question for you. Besides stunts, what do you guys do to entertain the crowd when y'all are out and about working?
Kill them.
Nice.
All right, we're good with that. We're fine.
It's working queue line and midway is a lot of improv and being witty and rolling with the energy and people interacting. You can walk up on a group that's just talking amongst themselves and interject there to get a scare or a laugh, some kind of entertainment. So there's never a dull moment when you're out in the midway or queue line.
See, I'm over here calculating how far away is Alabama?
Yeah,
from
Alabama's
where
pretty close.
we are, because that doesn't sound. That sounds like a turn and burn. We could like go
I think
for the
we could.
weekend,
Turn around and come
maybe
right
stay
back.
right
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Come visit.
And there's a
Send
lot
us
of audience participation in our show.
send us the link to that one.
Okay.
Okay, so quick question. After an event, y'all have to, are you exhausted? Because I mean, I know you, yeah. Because you guys were on for like, I think you were telling us pre-show that you were like at CreepyCon, you guys were in character and on for 10 to 12 hours. So.
Wow.
Saturday.
After a haunt, the haunt usually, for us now, the employees of the haunt usually have to stay a little bit longer than we do. But we're still not leaving a haunt until midnight, 1, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's typically get in the car, take the mask off, because we're in character the entire time that we're at a haunt. So take the mask off, hit the nearest Jack in the Box, Whataburger, whatever's open, and take it back to the hotel or the Airbnb and hit our lives, get some sleep, get up and do it again.
I'm a Waffle House guy.
So do you ever go in full makeup to Waffle House and get your waffles and scare the locals? Is that like the best thing ever?
Yeah. IHOP, Denny's, Waffle House. Yeah, they love it.
Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do.
They love when we put our mask on in drive-thrus too.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm sure they're used to the like local theater kids, and so when y'all roll up, they're like, "Oh, it's just Chad and Brian from the." No, it's not.
Nope.
Who is that?
It's the devil.
Okay, so for this show, I watched the Haunters documentary. I think that was in one of the haunted attractions that they talk about. I always have to ask this because
McKamey Manor.
Yes. What
Knew
are
that
your
was coming.
thoughts? Do y'all? Because I mean, there are extreme haunts, and there's a couple that we're not going to really go into a lot of detail about. But McKamey Manor started, if I remember correct, in Tennessee, and oh yeah. And I mean, I've seen the videos. I've watched. I know Ethan Jade thinks that it is not a haunted attraction.
It's not.
Like, what do you guys think of that? And would you do it?
That's a cult. That's a straight up cult.
No, I would not do it. And I'm not going to be one of those tough guys that's like, oh, if they try to do that to me, I'm gonna knock their asses out. Well, no, it's not a haunt. It's an extreme experience that the people that go, if that's their thing, that's their thing. They know what they're getting themselves into, and more power to them. But McKamey Manor is not anything near or related to a haunt.
Okay.
Agreed.
That seems to be the general consensus of all of the people that I've talked to associated with haunted attractions, that everybody, it's torture. Yes.
It is.
And I mean, when you have to sign, is it a 42-page waiver to even? I'm like,
and stuff is already going on during that signing. Like they're already in it, and the signing of the waiver is part of the extreme experience that they're currently signing their life away to.
I have not seen their commercials, but I can imagine if their commercials were commercials, it would be like, "Hi, do you want PTSD? We can give you PTSD."
Do you like scorpions stinging you in the eye? Come on down.
By the way, that was a great movie voice. That was like that was
really good.
Voice.
Yeah. I was like, you should do voiceovers that good a voice.
Yeah.
I do.
Wait. Oh, you do? Okay. Well, I know you're an actor.
Outside of this, yeah.
Nice.
Fun. No, I was actually, when I was watching the show, one of the things that caught my attention was, and I thought this was hilarious, in kind of a twisted way. His neighbor from up the street, like, could look down into the backyard. She knew what was going on. She went and signed up for the attraction, and then she kind of freaked out and ran away and was hiding in the bushes when his girlfriend went and drug her back to the manor, or to McKamey Manor, and made her go through it. And then during the course of the interview, she revealed that he's like lured her into it like 3 times. I'm like, how in the world does that even happen? I'm just curious. How does
Same
that
way
happen?
people join cults.
That's what I was about to say. It sounds like a cult. It's got all the red flags.
There's a lot of psychological games that go on.
Okay, so they just messed it.
Too.
I'm sorry. The comment that was just up. Those voices are awesome. Just because you're creeped out, can we please get the non-creepy voices out of the creep faces just for funsies?
Yeah.
Please.
We
What are you
want
talking about? You want us to talk normal to you?
Oh, the white guy. I'm just a regular white guy in my New Balances and my jorts.
Jorts.
My
Hey,
jorts.
oh, Rotten, you're a freaking hoot, bro.
Oh, they're after me, Lucky Charms. That's all I got for the Irish. So, oh, they're after me, Lucky
All
Charms.
right, mate, but on a real note, man, I was kicking it down with Rotten up in there, the South Carolina one time, and this feller came through the haunt all kinds of messed up and drunk one time, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, you gotta get on out of here with that mess."
That's
Bubba,
actually
is that you?
scarier. That's actually scarier.
No, none of those are my real voice.
No.
No, dang old, you know.
I was expecting someone come out with a chibi voice, be like,
Joke.
"Hi, I'm."
I can't go that
My
high.
name is Stitches, guys, and I really, really enjoy doing scary things for people that are like super easy to scare. Like, oh my god, they can't take it, and I love it so much. It just makes me so happy.
I feel like he should be Steven Universe right now, but like that's not the voice, but just like the happiness coming out.
Happiness.
My hatred keeps me warm.
Oh, thank y'all! You just made my night. I'm happy now.
Well, honestly, we are at the top of the hour, and as much as I hate to cut this one off because I'm having
Just
fun.
do a part 2.
There's still a part. Yeah, we can do a part 2.
We can do this.
We could definitely do a part 2. We'll talk about that. We will talk part 2. So just a couple of things we need to kind of touch base on. First of all, thank you, Jade. Thank you, Rotten. Thank you, Stitches, for joining us.
Yes,
We
thank you.
truly appreciate it. And Stitches, if you want to drill your nose one more time just for the heck of it, please go right ahead.
Oh, sure.
Aww.
Thank you for having us on. And I allowed me to shorten my lifespan for you on
Somebody
live internet.
ASMR this for the people who can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's looking to build it. I think you better do this.
I'm grabbing
He's
the
licking
drill.
it. Now he's hitting the trigger.
Oh, God.
Now he's putting it in the hole.
Oh, God.
And there it goes.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the way to the end of the drill. Maybe I should not be making him laugh.
How's that vision, buddy?
Oh, yes.
You know it's in its resting place. Oh, hey. When you lose sight out of your eye, you hit the spot.
Oh wow. Okay.
Really? All right.
Wait, really? Wait a minute, really?
Smile and nod.
Just smile.
Absolutely.
We do a lot of that.
It's funny because it's true.
Okay, real quick, where can we find you on the social media if we need to? Jade, go first.
I don't own any.
All
Good
right.
for you.
Okay.
Good for you. I applaud that.
I do too.
All right, Stitches, where can we find you on the social media?
Dead City Collective on Facebook is our primary thing. Then we each have our own character pages. So Stitches DCC on Facebook. That's my personal one.
Nice. Rotten?
Instagram's rotten _ DCC. Facebook just rotten. Angry Chihuahua barking at somebody in the other room. That's about it, really. And honestly, you can find, if you can't just find it like that, either his or mine, you can definitely find the Dead City page.
All right.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so first of all, thank you guys again. Thank you. I want to say thanks to Johnny and Behind the Cereal Box for allowing us to come out and do this and gross out our fans and our friends.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny. Thanks to the Cabana Boy upstairs running everything, and Toy Robot for doing all the behind the scenes stuff. And just quick reminder, if you like what you saw here and you want to give us a tip, we do have our virtual tip jar. Oh, it's going across the bottom. Never mind. So we do have a virtual tip jar, so you can leave us a tip and keep us going. Also, we just ask everybody, please subscribe, follow us, be our friends. We like friends. And, if you have a thought about a show in the future or you want to be a guest, because I ran into these guys at an event and they said they wanted to be a guest, and here they are. So if you want to be a guest and you want to talk weird and creepy and goth and whatever, please let us know.
Take care, Rob.
Yeah. And then, so our next show we're doing is Halloween Myths and Treats with Brimstone. And Kat, this is your cooking show. So you can do that one strictly from the kitchen. You can make creepy treats. And that is going to be on October the 10th. And with that, I am going to say good night.
Good night.
Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
Bye.